Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing great. Happy Tuesday. So it was another fun-filled pickleball morning. I played pickleball at 2 venues today and I did rather well. I enjoyed the game, as you very well know if you've been watching me. So I'm trying to think of where we left off. I know I haven't posted a video in a while and I'm sorry about that. I am driving too, so that always makes it fun to make a video while you're driving. But anyway, I think what we did was funeral service. Now that's the thing, if you ever bring this up like in a bar or something that, you know, you're a funeral director or you work in a funeral home, people A, get freaked out, and then B, they become overzealously interested and ask you a bunch of questions like, what do you do? How did you get into that? How are you able to do that? Are you okay? And blah, 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 blah. All that stuff. And quite frankly, I mean, I've been doing it for a while now, and it has to grow on you. Like, that's just not something that you're thrown into. Either you can do it or you can't. You know what I mean? There's no, like, in between. I forced myself to, you know, work in a funeral home. I always wanted to, but I never knew the technical aspect of it. Like, I never knew what happened in the prep room. And even when I started part-time at a funeral home, I was always intrigued, like, what goes on back there. And, you know, I opened the door one day because I think calling hours had just ended and I was there all by myself. And I opened the door to the prep room and I just see this white sheet on the table with a silhouette of a body on the table under the sheet. And I was like so intrigued, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. But it was interesting to me, and I knew that I wanted to know more. So once you get the urge, then you should just work with it and go with it, you know, take it all the way. So what I did was I went to school. But before I went to school, I started working full-time at a funeral home, you know, and I knew I wanted to kind of, I'm sorry, I can't look at the camera all the time. I knew I wanted to do it. I just didn't know how I wanted to do it. So just, you know, hook, line, and sinker, I just went in full-time and I liked it. I got my license to be an apprentice, and in the state of Rhode Island, they give it for 5 years. So I did that. While I was doing that, I entered school and I went to college for it and got my mortuary science degree. But during that time, I was known as a morgue rat. What they are, they're in the morgue, totally, you know, all the time. If there's a case that needs to be embalmed, you're doing it. So it was me. I was one of maybe 3 or 4 interns, but I had seniority, so, I mean, it went well, and I was the assistant to my manager, you know, as an apprentice, which I thought was really good. So it went really well, and I learned really quickly, and I was able to develop my own, you know, my own kind of way of doing things. And that's what you have to do. You have to be taught how to embalm, and then once you're taught, kind of watch as many people as you can embalm. Then take tidbits from that person, from this person, from that person, from everybody, and kind of just manifest your own technique. And once you develop your own technique, you're golden. You can pretty much handle every case. Now granted, there are some cases that you're going to say, geez, I've never seen this before, or I don't know how to treat this particular situation. It always happens, even to seasoned embalmers. So the art of embalming obviously came from, like, the whole mummification process and the whole, you know, back in the day. And it's an art. It's an art with a talent. You cannot be a lousy embalmer, although there are, like, that's because they're not putting their heart and soul into it. You shouldn't be a lousy embalmer. It should be a technique. Like, you should want to have that body look like $1 million. And everybody that I did, everybody that I prepared, I tried to do the best that I could, you know, with what I was given. And it's a case-by-case scenario. That's why pre-case analysis is very important. You just kind of go over the body, look at everything, look at where you might have problems, where you might have leakage, where you could have swelling. You know, it all depends on the case, and every case is different. Some cases may be similar, but every case is different, okay? So with that being said, you know, if you really want to get into this business, you really have to know what you want and go out and get it. You cannot do it because, well, you know, this funeral home has been handed down through my family from generation to generation, and I'm just going to do it because it's here and it's easy and it's in my lap. You know, you got to want to do it. Don't take your mom and pop's funeral home that your great-grandmother or great-grandfather started and run it into the ground because you just don't care. You need to have a heart, and you need to put your heart and soul into it, and make sure every family that you serve sees that. Customer service, respect, dignity, and diligence. You need all of those in order to be a successful funeral director. Okay, my time is up here at 6 minutes. This is probably the longest video I've ever done. Sorry it wasn't more technical, but I just wanted to speak from the heart. Thanks for subscribing. I love you all. Please like, share, comment on my videos, and ask any questions. And I do know that I have a message in there from one of my subscribers. I will be answering that at some point this week. I'm sorry, I've been a bit behind with things. All right, take care, guys. Like and follow and share my videos, please. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.